It's Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity with your succulent tip of the day and day 2 in Poway. So, lots has been going on today. Nothing terribly interesting in that we had so much grading to do and so much digging to do and so much prepping to do for the gopher net? Mesh.
Gopher mesh. We'll show them the plants today.
Yes. But I did, there are some highlights, and I knew you were really eager to see how it was going. We'll start with this little installation that Terry did. These are all plants that we pulled out of this landscape that were overgrown and ugly and reset as cuttings. So we pulled a couple of little rocks out of this pile. We brought in about a wheelbarrow full of soil to add a little bit of mound. We took the cotyledon pig's ears and we tucked them in all around that rock. We pulled in some kiwi, or rather Haworthia, Ionium Haworthia here, little Nobilis and Apache, and then another little stand of the Haworthia. It's just amazing how good your plants can look if they've gotten unruly, if you just pull them out, cut them up, and reset them. Hope this inspires. Here we go with the gopher mesh. This is really, really a labor of love, but it's so important for satisfaction from a standpoint of longevity. We're trying to get this down stem to stern, and it's a 1/4 inch galvanized metal net, and we're planting up to the edges. We're stapling every few inches to try and circumvent the progress of those horrible rodents. Many of you also asked yesterday what was inside that agave. Somebody asked if there was a worm in there. It was there were actual weevil in there?
It was both. It was rotting because of the gophers.
Okay.
So,
Did you see any?
I don't know.
You didn't see any snout weevil? No, it was just from the gophers digging into the flesh and it being anaerobic, and it just stunk and
It was stinky, rotty, nasty.
Nastiness, yes. So here we go. Greg has cut out most of his dry stream bed. We still have to do the mouth, but we had dumped this 1.5 yards of soil before we realized we were going to need to do the gopher mesh. So it's no biggie, but we have to wait to get that dealt with over there till the end. But remember also, when you're doing a dry stream bed, you need to be below grade, because there is no stream that I've ever seen in nature that's above grade. So make sure that you have created a little, what's the word? Hammock? A little swell, depression for your dry stream. So it's going to meander down. We've got this wonderful retaining wall here too that we're going to be able to bank against with soil. Then it's going to get wider in places, and then we've decided that it's going to, it is going to come all the way down to the sidewalk, because it doesn't touch the sidewalk anywhere else. It's going to look better that way. And then we'll be planting and mounding and doing all kinds of fun things. Up here is going to be planted out, and we're going to drop soil on top of this mesh, and we're going to do our boulders on top of the mesh. The beauty of succulents is that roots are for the most part optional, so we're not concerned about that. If you were planting traditional plants, that might be an issue, but we only need a couple inches, because if your succulent stands up, you've done your job.
Okay. Is that retarded enough?
Are we still going?
Yes.
Okay, let's take a look at the plants. Okay, here's my haul from Waterwise Botanicals. I see the hummingbirds have already found the rudicopes. What I have here is basically my usual suspects. I've got the undulata, the argentea, the ovata, 3 different kinds of crassula. Those are going against the fence in groupings so that they can grow into decent sized succulent shrubs to allow some privacy from the house, as well as just, kind of take the eye away from the fence. I've got cotyledons, I've got a little Joe Hoke, I've got my Millii Ready Reds that I love so much. I'm extremely thrilled about my 3 giant Chinocactus grusonii. I've even got a 15-gallon Pilosoceras azurus, the blue torch.
There's 4, right?
Yeah, it's spectacular. There's not a mark on that plant. I'm just so thrilled with it. Another thing that they have tons of right now at Waterwise Botanicals that they've never had before are the little Aeonium kiwis. Now, this is the cousin to the Haworthia we just looked at that she already had in the yard, but the Haworthia are all blue, and these get all that wonderful yellow variegation. Very, very exciting. So, also, she's got some pots that are really pretty, that are kind of an aqua, that I'm going to be staging in the landscape as well. And then most likely digging up some plants from home, or bringing some project leftovers to put in those pots. I'm just super excited about being able to bring those into the project. So, lots of fun. Lots of hard work today. Tomorrow we are going to begin moving boulders as well as soil, and we are going to start planning on that mesh. So be sure and tune in. This has been Laura Eubanks reporting from Poway on day 2, and thanks for subscribing with your succulent tip of the day. Bye, guys.